Hi. So, I used to do a whole series of exercises that I've used for physical therapy for myself for a long time. And right now, I'm really only doing 4 to 5 of those exercises. And I'm going to demonstrate them to you. But I'm doing this because I'm taking back slowly. Slow persistence is way better than pushing hard, pushing farther than you should, and injuring yourself again. So the first one I'll be demonstrating to you is the um, hip abduction. So I'm working the outer thighs all the way into the gluteals where they attach into the sacrum to stabilize that. I used to do this at 75 and 85, and right now I'm doing it only at 55 because the point is to do it with perfect form and, again, not injure myself. But this keeps my tailbone from moving in and out of place. There was actual play, or it wouldn't stay stable because of some times when I have had actual physical injuries where I've been thrown, I've landed really hard on something like you might think was fake in a wrestling match. Well, that happened to me for real. So but that's what this machine is for. And so I squeeze my hips down here. I squeeze them until my knees come all the way apart. But the goal is really about here in my low back at the hips. This is probably not the best angle to see this at, so just a second. Okay, I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try it from here. So, sitting, I am not thinking of pushing my knees out. I'm thinking of squeezing my hips here in until my legs happen to go out. And as far out as they go, the better. You want to try to use a full range of motion. So again, I'm squeezing the hips together until my legs float outward. And the focus is on the out. So I exhale and I squeeze the hips as if I'm squeezing my tailbone, and then slowly let in. And I'm doing that for a set of 10. I used to do that at a higher weight. I used to do it for 3 sets of 10. I've started back at 1 set of 10, but that's called patient persistence. And always hydrated. So next we're doing the reverse of this, and what you're going to notice is, if I can figure this out right, there we go. What you're going to notice on this one, which is for the inner thighs, is the first thing I'm going to do is reach down here, pull this handle, and push it all the way out. Because you want to use the most flexibility that you can. Full range of motion, that's the goal. So, moving this up, not letting our ego control this. This is about getting there and staying in progress. So, exhale, bring it slowly in. Inhale, let it go all the way to the stretch. Exhale, bring it slowly in. Inhale, let it go all the way to the stretch, and I'm not pulling with my knees like this. I'm actually pulling with the feet. I want that squeeze to be on the low inner side. show you a trick to make sure you're getting the under inner thigh. So I'm gonna bring my legs up, turn the heels in, and squeeze. So my feet are right there. And this time when I'm letting out, I'm gonna take a deep stretch. Okay, so on these next couple ones, you're probably not even gonna be able to hear me because there's a fan over there, which feels really good, but makes a lot of noise. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So those are the only 2 leg exercises I'm doing right now because I'm taking it slow. I'm gonna go show you what I'm doing for my shoulders and my neck in the attack was like side whiplashed. So my neck down into levator's, down into my trapezius and down into levator's scapula, which if you look in the mirror, hits right here under the shoulder blade. Those locked up. And I am on cyclobenzaprine to help with that, but not right now. So you might not be able to hear me, but I'll try to show you. If you can't hear me, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try at 20 pounds. Last week it was 10 pounds. I'm gonna try at 20 pounds. And I used to be lifting it at 40 and 50. Let's see how I do. Pulling my shoulders down with all my might while I'm pushing my arms up. So I'm trying to keep my shoulders wide, my neck supported, and my heels of my hands, this part right here, pushing up. The down is just as important as the up. Boy, I can feel that on the right side of my neck. And then I'm going to slide my arms behind me like this and just lean back against them for a second. And that anchors my wrist. It anchors my wrist, and by putting weight on my wrist, my shoulders up here release. So I felt that in my neck, but I wasn't hurting my neck. It's just that the muscles need to repair and need to regain strength. We're gonna do the other one. Here we go. And wide shoulders pulling down, heels of hands pushing up. Deep breath in. Exhale, wide shoulders pulling down, heels of hands pushing up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know I'm only one away from completing my set, but it feels like I'm pushing a little hard. Don't ever let even one make you go to injury. Don't let your ego get you. Okay. Now we're going to go to do the opposite. And by doing the opposite, those muscles are going to pull away from the tension we built with this workout here. Okay, so again, we're on 20, and we're going to be pulling these back. So we're going to be working muscles between our shoulders in the back and down here in the lats area. So the opposite of this that was on top and this pushing forward. So hang out here for me. I think this will get it. Let's see. Yeah. So first I'm pulling my elbows wide and back. This is a little short for me, so I'm just going to lift up. I could move the bench, but I'm just going to lift up. This is a lot better than last week. And 10. Slow release all the way into the stretch. Let your body feel the stretch before you do the next one. Okay, so now my hands are going to be in this position. One, two, hi, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't forget, let your body feel that stretch. Reach. I'm reaching forward. Okay, last one. Low. 2, 3. I'm pulling my arm bones, not my hands. Breathe. Now for a real stretch. Let's see if I can get the other side. For a lot of us, one side or both sides, we can't clasp our fingers together. I've been teaching yoga for years, so I can, thank goodness. It takes a little extra work now, and I take it gently. But drop a towel or a scarf down your back and catch it up with the other hand behind you and use that. Because when your hands are reaching for each other, you're maintaining those muscles tight. And what you want is to get a hold of something so that then you can let your shoulders spread apart. And see how that lets your neck be long? That's the goal. So now I'm gonna go walk a mile, and I'm gonna try to dance it and listen to great music and let it make me smile. Okay guys, so I wanna share my walk with you, but I really need this meditation time. So I am going to share one trick with you, and that is, instead of walking so fast, put it on a slight incline. So I've got an incline of 3. I used to work up to 4 miles at a time, 4.7, and right now I'm just going 2.2. But again, slow, patient, persistent. And this. When you're hydrating and you're trying to run, it's kind of hard like this, right? So take a big gulp. So by letting the water stay in my mouth, actually, it's absorbed into the tissues of my mouth as well. Because it's not only internally, but those mouth tissues need to be hydrated. You're breathing through there. They get dry. So it helps a lot. I've even noticed it. We'll talk about this. Lower my heart rate. So there are a lot of techniques that I use to keep my heart rate down, letting me know that I'm not entering a fight or flight mode when I'm doing cardio. I'm glad to have shared some of the therapeutic exercises, even though it's just the 4 different machines I shared with you. Patient persistence. Right now, I'm going to walk, and what I do when I walk is I put on music that makes me feel good. A lot of 80s music. You could have a sad song or a mad song in the 80s and it still sounds happy. You can hear the kind of beat I have. And I not only walk to the beat, but I'll start dancing. And I'll start smiling. And if that's not enough, I'll sing along. So, thanks for coming with me. And for these last few seconds, let me just start walking and breathing. And I'm finding out where my heart rate is starting. Yes, I'm doing a little cumbia. Yeah, I can't sing right now. Of mine. So when I'm checking my heart rate, I leave my hands on there for a whole minute. Otherwise, it can get a misread. So I'm at 130. And so now I'm going to dance a little bit and keep myself happy. And I hope you guys will follow along with me. Whether it's just the stress of your job or kind of losing yourself while you take care of others as a caregiver. Whatever it may be, learn to take yourself out of fight, flight, freeze, or even fawn, because they don't serve you. They served to keep you alive under threat. And if you're living under threat, get out or reach out. Reach out carefully to someone with whom you can trust the privacy of your information. It could be a doctor, but I suggest it's not the family doctor. Perhaps your gynecologist or a therapist or a new practitioner whom you seek out. a personal friend who might not live down the street, but with whom you could leave money that no one knows you have, your documents like birth certificates, social security cards, your curriculum vitae, meaning your work history. Reach out to someone where you can use their computer so that your search history on your phone or computer does not alert an abuser to the fact that you have a glimmer of hope and are thinking of getting out, so that you and perhaps your children stay safe. Well, I'm hitting my mile. That music's a little fast for me. And I'm at 137, but we did it. Talk to you next time.